Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense. Now, for those watching at home, you're probably questioning, wait, didn't they wear the same clothes in the last episode? Shut up. Stop asking questions like that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say shut up. That's not a nice word. Yeah, we're doing a little double back-to-back episode recording because I am currently in another country, and Ray is doing such a kind thing of
holding it down,
basically holding down the fort while I'm not around.
Are you going to end up going to the London Pokemon Museum?
Oh, the museum. I think it was like Museum of Natural. I'll tell you what. If I am, I would have already been there. And I'm probably there right now. As you're listening to this, when this episode comes out, I would have already been.
My mind is exploding.
Yeah, so let's not even get into this. So this episode is going to be a special episode because we decided this is going to be a mailbag episode. We don't do mailbag very often. Like the other pod, we'll do it every episode pretty much. We don't do that here just because there's just so much to fill the time.
So
already.
much to talk about.
We don't really have time for it. So we wanted to do a mailbag episode. Simply dedicated to you guys, the listeners. We can go ahead and just jump right in, except I do know for a fact, because for you, it was like a week ago. For me, it was only minutes ago. I know that Ray has promised there's going to be some additional information about his PC collection. I was told that would happen in this episode. And then you said you were going to update us about the Mr. Beast Super Bowl thing as well. There was some collectible items. Is that were they real collectible?
Yeah.
Hit us with it real quick before we get into
So if you guys
Q&A.
don't know, Mr. Beast had his first ever Whatnot show on Whatnot.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast was giving away $1 million worth of prizes on Whatnot. Some of the items were highly collectible of items that we usually talk about here on the podcast. One of them being a PSA 10 Reverse Hollow Legendary Collection Charizard.
Oh.
Worth $60,000.
It is interesting how many card guys I saw involved with him over there. Like
Gary was there.
Gary was there. I saw Card Collector 2, Ryan, who's a big card guy. I think Joe Hollywood, who's a card guy.
Did you watch it? I didn't get to watch it.
No, I didn't. In fact, I tried to go to it, but by the time I went, it was already over. And I had seen I just saw a number of social media posts about it. So yeah.
Gotcha.
But anyways, yeah. So there were card collectibles in the show. Here's the thing: Whatnot knows what they're doing. They're trying
for sure.
Those other guys are big card sellers on there. They're big promoters of it as well. So why not put them and Mr. Beast all into one video?
It's a no-brainer.
I did see how the app was shutting down when people were trying to get into the giveaways, just because there were so many people trying to get in at the same time. So I don't know how and who won anything. I'm sure anybody who won, I'd like to know, if it was someone we know who gets into cards and stuff. But yeah, it was cool.
There's no way.
No way.
Some grandma that has a $60,000 card doesn't know what to do with. But this Charizard Reverse Hollow Legendary Collection card is one of the best Pokemon cards, I think, to exist.
Okay.
Legendary Collection, at the time when it came out, nobody liked the set.
Oh, wow.
Especially the reverse hollows. They call them the firework holographic cards.
Oh, yes.
I am a big fan. I have PSA 8s, and I have a Charizard, Venusaur, and a Blastoise, all PSA 8s.
What do they do it as an 8? What's the Charizard do?
The Charizard is currently $4,100.
Dang, son.
It's an 8.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I did not purchase them anywhere near that price.
What did you purchase that at?
I think I got that card for $500 when I bought
serious?
it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
Probably 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my favorite. I would love to collect all reverse hollows in Legendary Collection.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the
this
prices,
rate,
no, there's no way.
You have to find it somehow.
There's no way.
Okay.
But yeah, that's one of the cards that everyone that knows about my collection, they're always like, "Hey, you're willing to go ahead and part with those?" I'm like,
nah, bro.
Nah.
Okay.
But that's one of the things that they give away. They also give away a pack of base set, which is a $400 value.
Logan Paul ripped that on screen, right? Oh, is that
Yeah.
the same one? They ripped it and then gave it away?
It away.
Okay.
Which I think they pulled the Ninetales, which is great.
Is that good?
I mean, they could have pulled a non-hollow, which would have been
that's fair.
Not good.
Yeah.
But $400 value and a Lego set that we talked about on the podcast.
I did see that. Yeah, that was cool.
A 2003 Cloud City Lego set.
In fact,
$10,000.
Rarest, who we had on the pod, he posted up about that himself.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, that was really cool.
Which, before Mr. Beast gave this away, I had sent Jesse a Facebook Marketplace listing that he never got to me back because he's out.
Wait, was that the Lego thing?
Rubbing elbows. There is currently the same Lego set being sold in our town for $8,000 that I think we need to invest in.
Wait, it's being sold right here?
Yeah.
Who's selling it? Do you know?
I can find out.
Wait, how are you going to find out the person that's selling it?
Because they're selling it on Facebook Marketplace.
Wait, they're just selling it on... Is it sealed? That one was sealed.
Yeah.
And they're selling
it's still
theirs.
Up, $8,000.
It's... Wait. Okay, why don't we buy it then? Because if they sold it... Wasn't it like... I thought it was like 15 grand or something, or 13.
It's got the box isn't in great shape. It's not a pristine box, but it's nice.
Dude, if you think we could actually like flip it and or save it for a while and make some money, I'll go in on it.
Yeah, Catherine Hinkle.
Catherine? Well, Catherine, maybe we
should ask. We should ask if she wants to be on the podcast and she can bring the Lego set.
Maybe she cuts us a little deal for that, you know? It's only $7,990. $10 off.
Well, dude, anytime I do a deal, when the cash comes out,
that's when numbers start changing.
That's when numbers start changing real quick.
By the way, anything else from that show?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at all the things that she's currently selling. It's just a lot of really nice stuff.
A lot of collectibles?
Yes, a lot of Lego sets. She has a wanted Luffy for sale for $800.
What's the pricing on it? Like, have you?
I don't know,
dude.
Luffy wanted poster SP.
Do we think that she's legit?
I think we should have her. I think we should have her on the podcast.
She's in Hendersonville.
Yeah. Find
her on Instagram. Or
how do I find her on Instagram?
Just put her name in there. See if she comes up. I'd be curious. So while we're looking into some of that, we are about to get into the Q&A. There is one other thing I did want to mention. So even though I'm not here to rip it, I will have this product for when I get back home. This is going to be the release week of Star Trek Connections. These are the Star Trek trading cards that I talked about a few weeks back, where it had on-card autos from William Shatner, Patrick Stewart, and Leonard Nimoy, that was the real question, considering as how Leonard Nimoy has been dead for 7 years or something. But they have on-card autos for Leonard Nimoy in this product. That is absolutely amazing. There's one in every case. I got 2 cases. I will be breaking or selling personals. I'm not really exactly sure how when I get back, but if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I think it's pretty reasonably priced because every box does come with 3 autographs and 1 relic card. But you can hit other cards in there, including like the captain's autograph card, which is has 5 different Star Trek captains all signing 1 card. It's like a 5x7 card. It's like a large one. So, and it includes sketches as well. And some of the sketches that they've shown are pretty dang impressive. Like I would say these are like black foil in the Topps World equivalents. So, it's one of the best Star Trek sets, maybe the best Star Trek set that I've seen. And it is under $200. At least it was under $200 at the time that we're recording this. I have seen some people starting to list it a little bit higher. So check that out. Again, that's Star Trek Connections. It's a Rittenhouse product, but very cool. Okay.
Nice. You know, when I went to the Music City Celebrity Con.
Yes. Which was weeks ago. It was a week
exactly.
ago. Yeah.
So I met so many great people because you're standing in line and you're meeting and you're kind of talking about the things they liked.
Yeah.
I met a gentleman when I was having some little chicken tendies for my nourishment.
What dipping sauce?
Barbecue honey mustard.
Wait, it was a mix already, or you got a barbecue and a honey mustard?
I got a barbecue and a honey mustard.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Switch it up a little bit.
I would have done something similar. I probably don't go ranch because I don't like the prepackaged ranches typically.
You don't like the Hidden Valley prepackaged?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it. If I do, I want it cold. I want a cold ranch. I don't mind a room temp.
Who do you think has the best ranch?
Who?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm a Marzetti man a lot of times.
Or like an eating establishment, not a prepackaged.
Ooh. Actually, I feel like there is an answer to this, and I'm not thinking of it off the top of my head.
I'll tell you the ranch that I absolutely love.
Hit me with it.
Wingstop has the best ranch.
I will say I don't eat Wingstop very often.
Me neither.
But I do. I know it's good because I have a memory of it being good.
It's like, ooh, this ranch is fire.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, Wingstop Ranch. All right.
Do you make your own ranch?
I don't typically. If I do, I'll just get like a Hidden Valley ranch
like a little packet
with a little sour cream.
Yeah,
mix them together.
Yeah,
that's a great dip. It's a great dip.
Did you have some ranch during your Super Bowl party?
You mean the thing that was a week and a half ago from now?
Yes.
No, I didn't have a Super Bowl party.
Well, no. Did you eat? Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I ordered some Mexican. Sunday's Mexican food in my house every Sunday.
Didn't you have people over and watch the Super Bowl?
We were gonna have a couple of friends over. Mike was gonna come, but that morning I woke up feeling like garbage, and so
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine now, but I just did not feel good at all, and we had so much like getting ready for the trip that I'm on right now. So I just didn't have.
Okay. The Giovi or what is it? Giovi?
Oh no, it wasn't Wagovi or anything.
Wagovi.
Like that. Yeah. Wagovi. Hang on, before we get into the mailbag, I don't even remember.
Oh yeah.
You were telling a story about people you talked to.
I met a gentleman and we started talking about Legos.
Oh, cool.
And he was like, yeah, I don't have a lot of Lego sets. Dude, he showed me his collection. I was like, bro, come on. He has so many Lego sets.
Oh, really?
And I asked him what was his favorite Lego set that he recently built. And he's like, dude, the Star Trek Enterprise.
Ooh, that's cool.
He's like, I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I loved the Star Trek Enterprise.
I want to see that. I wonder if it's like as big as like a Death Star.
He said it was awesome. And then the minifigures that it comes with, and then I think at the time when he purchased it, you can get like the gift with purchase.
Oh yeah,
was an extra Star Trek set with 2 extra minifigures.
Oh dang!
He said it was great.
That's awesome. Okay,
so,
very cool.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to Star Trek guy. Before we get into mailbag, though, you have promised to reveal a little bit about your personal collection.
Well, I think it's part of the one of the mailbag questions.
Oh, really? Okay, yes. So we'll save it for that then.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get into your mailbag.
Mailbag.
The first question in is Bob Lancaster. Actually, I'm going to kind of jump around in here. I'm not going to go completely in order. I like Bob's. Bob's is actually like the third down on my list. How I'm viewing it. I like his question a lot. So he says, do you think Leaf is ruining the value of celebrity autographs by including them in multiple sets instead of Pop Century where they primarily used to be? I love this question.
What?
I honestly do have a little bit of an issue with the amount of cards that Leaf is already getting signed in Pop Century alone. So they already put out how many different one of ones, sometimes it's like 10 one of ones, but then you've got the parallels of those as well. I then see it in the holiday set, and it's the sports and culture sets, and they keep coming, the red carpet sets, they keep coming out with all these other sets with the same autos or very similar in the same or similar artwork to go with them. And it's like, okay, well now we have 100 one of ones of Alec Baldwin on a card. It's signing like sweaty balls or something like that, like he has done in the past. And it's just like, I don't think that you are doing a service to the celebrity autograph card community by continuing to get the same autos on those cards and putting them out in the numbers that you're doing, because I keep seeing pricing being lower and lower in a lot of cases. Now, what historically happens with Pop Century, at least, the first week, maybe 2 weeks, you'll see prices go up quite a bit as far as like the first cards to sell on eBay. The first people to list are always the winners as far as highest resale goes. And it is no different, but what we're seeing these days is those highs are not as high. Margot Robbie, I think she had some that sold like for $2,000. now. I don't even know if they're selling for $1,000.
Mm.
I'm glad someone asked this question because I do think this is an issue. I think one way to fix it is if they found a way to do more on-card autos, because they have started to do some of that, and I think that's really cool. In fact, George Delaney responded to this question saying he doesn't think that it's they're ruining the value. He says because most true collectors want an on-card auto on a licensed product. I mean, yes, we all want an on-card auto if we can get it, but a license, I would say that I don't know if theirs is licensed or not licensed. Like it's a Pop Century, it's something that they made, right? Like, so it's licensed to them. In a licensed product, yes, I want somebody who, signed, I want Michael Scott auto from The Office from a Office licensed product. So like someone who actually got the licensing for that show. But I think there's plenty, and I mean plenty of people who would just want a actor's autograph on those cards. And we know there are because there's how many people buy these cards every year. That being said, I don't know. This Pop Century is like the first product I got into when I started breaking my, like on the SCN channel. And I've broken Pop Century every year. And it's been a lot of fun. But at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be breaking it this year. I just got solicited for it.
Why?
It's super high as far as the price goes. Like to get that and then to make money on it is going to be very difficult, especially if you don't like sell it the week of release. It's dropping. It always drops because like people will sell it at like $350 a box, and inevitably it'll be within a month, maybe 2 months, it'll be $280 a box in most places. And then you'll have some people trying to move it for $400. I'm sure David Adams will probably have it at $400 or whatever the case is. But yeah, there's plenty of options where you can get it for $350 or less. And that's where it's like, oh, well, you're getting to the point where after fees from the platform you sell on, you're not even making money as if you're going to buy it to break it. So yeah, it's there's a issue in my mind of how much they are putting out there of it. Now, granted, I do like that they're trying to add new features. That in the last year or something, they started doing more inscriptions, which is cool. And you started seeing more on card, which is cool. But yeah, I think that they could do some work as far as that product goes, as far as the amount of scarcity. And I mean, by that, I just mean limiting the amount of cards that they actually make.
I feel like it's everybody else getting into the celebrity autos and kind of diminishing what Leaf has done, because I feel like they were the first.
No, what? Why are you trying to defend Leaf in this? Give me an example.
I mean, there are so many products now that have these celebrity autos that they used to not.
So Topps has celebrity autos,
Topps,
right?
I mean, we just talked about Jerry Seinfeld being in the MLB product.
But this kind of goes to George Delaney's comment about like being in a licensed product. These are autos, like you're basically signing as characters in a lot of cases. So you're signing as, you've got Josh Brolin signing as Thanos, and you've got Tim Allen signing as Buzz Lightyear. And so these other, like what Pop Century is doing is just like the autograph, and it may associate, because if it's an inscription, they may do like a classic line or something on there. But if you have a 1-of-1 and I pull a 1-of-1 and that guy pulls a 1-of-1, all of the same guy on a card that is only different based on the color of it, does it mean like, oh, well, they should all be valued the same? Obviously, like there's going to be a value difference when people realize, oh, well, there was a 1-of-1 superfractor in the Topps products, Disney Topps Chrome 25, but in this one, there's 10 different 1-of-1 cards. Why would that be helpful for, like, I don't think like you're putting the blame, I guess, in the right position in that case.
I just feel like I don't want to get to a point where celebrity autos is kind of oversaturated and diluted, because I'm like over the weekend, and I completely forgot about this, but Kim Kardashian recently had
the complex
gas trading cards.
I saw those. Yep.
Yeah. So music.
But she has other ones out there. She has some Pop Century ones out there. Yeah. In fact, I think Josh Luber was a big collector of those, and they were a few $1,000s. I believe they may still be.
Kim Kardashians.
Yeah.
Pop Century.
Yeah. So I don't know. That is not my cup of tea, but it is also like when it comes to value, the company that's making the card is also going to be like, if Topps made a Pop Century like product where it's not tied to an IP of some kind, whether it's like Toy Story or Marvel or whatever the case, it's just a celebrity autograph product. I would guess in many cases it would probably outsell a Leaf and maybe even an Upper Deck in many cases, because of the fact that it is just Topps is putting themselves out there as like the biggest card maker. Like they just make cards that have a lot of celebrity hype and they have a lot of notoriety because they are seen in a commercial or they are like advertised on someone else's social media page that has millions of followers. So inevitably they are kind of setting themselves apart from the pack as the high value card maker. But so they already have that going for them, but I don't think other companies are necessarily doomed to like have low value cards. But when they do the things like this, like Leaf is doing, where they print so many of the same thing, then yeah, it's like it becomes less special. I'm glad you're thinking about it because I can tell that you want to make an argument, but
I see what you're saying. But as the collector in me, again, to a point that I made last week, was that if I'm gonna buy a Leaf product that I'm spending a lot of money on, I better get an autograph. And I do not care how many of this autograph there is in this product. I better get something. But that's short term.
That is one of the things that people like about Leaf, right? Because it's like, and then you can buy a Top sports product and I will walk away with very little. Like I may not have an auto at all, but if I buy Pop Century, I know I'm getting like something. four autos a box.
Would you rather pull a card for yourself, for your PC, your personal collection?
Oh, is that what okay.
Yeah. Of a Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear card in a Topps product, or Tim Allen as Tim Allen with the autograph in a Leaf product?
100% Buzz Lightyear.
Well, that's a bad example.
Okay, but let me throw another one out because I know what you're thinking.
What about The Rock?
So
would you want to pull a Dwayne Johnson in a Leaf product, or would you want to pull a Maui?
A Maui.
A Maui still? Okay.
Yeah, because I think, and it comes down to in that case, because I don't really have as much of a connection to Maui, and I like The Rock. So if it were a Topps versus Topps product, I would take a Topps Rock card versus a Topps Maui card in that scenario.
Okay.
But because it's a
The
Leaf
Rock
versus
not a Dwayne
Topps,
Johnson, but
no, because it's
Dwayne
a Leaf.
The Rock Johnson.
Because it's a Leaf card that Topps that he signed on. I know that Leaf probably has about 40 others of those out there, if not 140 others. So it's like, I don't want to do that to the value of my card if I can choose between the two. I am doing a quick comparison. So Pop Century, I'm doing a Chris Evans auto for Topps.
I know that name.
Chris Evans played Captain America. You've heard of him. Captain America for Topps. And I'm doing what a Chris Evans, in fact, who is this? This is Chris Evans and Haley Atwell. So his wife, aka what is her name in Marvel? Haley.
She was in Marvel. She was in Marvel?
What? Yes. Dang it, you got to watch more movies. Stop watching Pokemon all the time.
I don't watch Pokemon.
Oh my goodness. She's
a British actress.
Peggy Carter. Wow, that was embarrassing. I'm so sorry for everyone who had to hear that. So Peggy Carter that's why there's a dual auto of this card to begin with. So Leaf Pop Century 2024, they made
that's fun.
This Leaf booklet of sticker auto of Chris Evans on one side, Haley Atwell on the other side.
I love that.
It's numbered out of 10. I am looking up just a Chris Evans card because you would probably guess that the value of that's probably going to be higher than it would be just to have a Chris Evans card alone. But I'll do you one better. Here's one. Oh, this is actually perfect. Perfect situation right here. Topps Marvel Studios has a Chris Evans dual auto with Haley Atwell
as Peggy Carter.
Out of 10.
Okay.
Just sold February 6th. Leaf has a Leaf Pop Culture from this is a Leaf history book. So this is another one of these non-Pop Century releases of product.
History book.
So it is Chris Evans and Haley Atwell.
Okay.
Both autos, both out of 10, and sold the same day.
Wow.
I know. It's a perfect scenario for
I
what
wonder
we're
if
talking
the
about.
same person purchased it.
I don't know. The question is now to you, Ray. What did the Topps one sell for? Now, this was actually Sapphire. So this is the high-end Marvel Studios.
Okay.
But we could still like contrast a little bit. Like, okay, Sapphire is a high-end.
What I know is that, okay, Topps like to do on cards.
No, they don't. They definitely, we all wish they did, but this is not an on card. They will sometimes do an on card.
Both of these cards are
both
stickers.
Are stickers.
Okay.
Yep. So again, we're getting as close to apples as we can get.
Okay.
So what did the Topps Marvel Studios Sapphire Dual Auto out of 10 Captain America Peggy Carter auto card sell for?
Raw,
yeah.
Shoot. Let's say $500.
$500. It sold for $1,950.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Way off.
$1,950. People love those characters.
I would never pay for that.
Well,
But
you'd be foolish not to. It's a great card. Now let's go over same day, February 6th, the Chris Evans, Haley Atwell. This card sold. It's a Leaf history book, dual auto card. What did that sell for? $500. $135.
That's insanity.
That's out of 10. The other's out of 10. Same actors, same day.
Someone got a deal on the $100.
No, that's one way to look at it. That's they got
a heck of a deal.
Or you could say the opposite, which is it doesn't have as good a value because X, Y, and Z, because they've made how many actual out of 10s? There could be 50 out of 10s.
I'm still thinking in collector mindset. I would love to have that card
I
as
would too.
$100.
I mean, honestly, it's actually not a bad deal. I wouldn't mind having that for $135. That's pretty cool. But
knowing that the other card sold for over $1,900.
Well, and that kind of goes back to the argument of like a IP, licensed product versus just the autos of that person. So I guess we're making more and more of a case for George Delaney, who said true. I wouldn't say that most true collectors want an on-card auto. You can be a true collector and want whatever you want. So how dare you, sir? But your other point, though, about wanting a licensed product, there's obviously some truth to it when we're seeing things like that. So that was such a perfect scenario. I have nothing else to add to that. Let's move on to our next question.
Probably purchased those.
we spent so much time on that one question. We won't be able to do that on all of these, but that was fun. Carson Cook, will Pogs ever become super popular again? I can't imagine they will.
Why not?
Because here's the thing with Pogs. Pogs were like, there was like a playability to them, right?
TCG is playability.
TCG is playability.
Can you grade Pogs?
Yeah, I believe you can. I think there's graded Pogs. I believe some, at least I know for a fact, some people grade Pogs. I don't know who.
There is value in Pogs.
I mean, I have Pogs in my drawer right here. I have some Michael Jordan Pogs. There's no value at this time as far as like real value goes. Like,
well, I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
As a flipper, that one of the things that I always like to look for is pop culture things. Pogs are some of the things that you could still look for that people don't know that have value, especially if you find a sealed box. Something something that's an IP, like I think a Lion King box, Lion King Pog box sells for like $400, something like that. There's like a Gargoyles one, Jurassic Park, like anything with IP that is Pogs, especially sealed.
Sure,
it gets up there, and with the slammers. Anything that's like metal, like a brass slammer.
Oh, yeah.
And if it has like a holographic, like lenticular design or something like that.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is, of course, it could sell for anything like $60 to like over $100.
I'm looking at sold listings of Pogs, and there's like some like 113 vintage all metal Glix Israeli Flix coin Pogs. These sold for $460 as of December 9th. There's some that sold 25. Oh man, I wonder if it's popular in other countries, because this is like, I don't even understand everything that it's saying here, but it's 25 boxes. Oh, it may be sealed is the word. It must be French because it's located in Canada. But it was sold December 23rd for like almost $3,200.
Yeah, see, there's some collectability. People collect anything.
Yeah, but I guess like to see, and I actually, it's funny, I do see some of these Lion King.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I remember. Gargoyles is another one.
I guess just to see them come back to the point where, like, could you compare them to cards? Probably not, but maybe to your point
I
of
think
like,
so.
No, card value?
Not right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they were ever to card value.
I see your
like
argument.
For an individual Pog or something like that. Like you could probably buy a box of them where there's going to be some nostalgia and people will pay for it.
If you and me, we can talk to Milton Bradley, that created Pogs,
Mr. Milton Bradley. Okay,
and we said we want to buy the Pog IP.
It's already, someone's selling Pogs actively right now. I get Instagram. In fact, because we've said it so much, I guarantee I'll be scrolling through Instagram later today,
and
I'm going to get a Pog advertisement.
And then I mean, I'm telling you, dude, we can rebrand this, and we can make it to where people would want to collect Pogs again. We can serialize.
I think you have to put a lot of money into it.
We can serialize the Pogs. We can serialize the Slammers.
The blind box Pog box. Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude. It's all about marketing and wanting to get behind it, and it's just the right person to do it. Like I'm surprised Gary V's not behind it.
I'm kind of getting over. There's almost too much blind boxing, and that's the I mentioned this just briefly on the
too much blind box. Like what's another blind box?
Oh, there's everything that's like,
tell me,
literally, I think there's like some soaps and like, I think glue, like Elmer's glue has some blind box because
your algorithm is crazy,
dude. Bro. Blind box
glue.
Well, and I looked this up because Josh Luber put out a white paper about like the blind boxification of everything. I have not read it yet, so I don't know, but it's just like the simple notion that he's talking about this. It is something where you can find blind boxes of so many different products out there right now. I'll have to look it up and just see what all items are now being sold as blind boxes. But I mean, like Labubu's, right? Those were blind boxes. But they're starting to do it with like even everyday items in some cases. So yeah, it's
crazy.
It is. And that's how they're like marketing toys and stuff to kids in a lot of cases as well. All right. So Pogs, your response is, could they come back? Yes.
Yeah, of course. Just put enough marketing behind it. Yeah.
And
nostalgia is so huge right now, dude. It's a no brainer.
But that's what they're doing. I mean, maybe the marketing's not as good, but they're doing it right now and it's not back. So I don't know if I necessarily want it to come back.
If Topps bought
Pogs.
Yeah. And just pushed it, dude. Yeah.
But here's the thing. What was cool about Pogs?
I thought it was like collectability of it.
I always thought it was like actually playing them. Now, granted, that's obviously like people could say the same thing about Pokemon cards back in the day.
And you can still play with Pogs.
I never really was good at it. Like I would try and I would slam it and try and get them to pop up and stuff, and I could never really get them to pop.
To my understanding is that you and me would play, and we would take turns. I would try to flip yours, and if they would flip over, I would keep your Pogs.
Yeah, that was my understanding as well. But yeah,
and vice versa.
That's probably why I don't have many Pogs from my childhood because you were better at it and I was losing. Yeah. All right, Andrew Larson. What's something you're hunting for right now to add to your PC? This is
do you want to go first?
Actually, so I will say this. I don't think you have a PC, first of all. I've shown cards when I'm breaking all the time of my, like, I've got a lot of sketches. I don't keep a lot of cards because at the end of the day, I like to collect, but I'm not a collector of everything. Like there's some people who collect a lot of stuff.
Like me.
Yeah, you are a big collector of things. I like to collect a few things, a few precious things.
Jesse likes to collect money.
I do like to make money as well. That is a true statement, I guess, to some extent. But I would dare say you also like to make money. He didn't say no. But that said, I love sketches. So I typically chase after a sketch, but I also don't want to overpay for a sketch. Like when I say overpay, I think sketches are valued appropriately a lot of times, but it's like, to me, it becomes less desirable if I know I had to spend much more money on something that I would have really liked at $100, but when it's at $250, it's like, oh, I don't really care anymore. I don't care about that anymore because I now see, and the sketch is one of one, right? So it's like, I don't have to worry about, oh, I'll go find another one. It's like, oh, I know there's not another one because it's the only one like it. So I don't care about it anymore because I know I can't get it for the price I want it at. It's like my brain just lets go of it and I go on to the next thing and I'll try and find another item. So characters, though, that I chase after would be like the, Jack Porkins of Star Wars or Chewbacca. I'm a big fan. The thing I like about Galaxies, because it is like a little different each year and there's different versions of it and the art is, subjective to different people. I typically like a number of items from that product. And so I'll try and at least get some of those, but I like the art so much that there are times where the parallels where, an X Fractor parallel, it's out of 10. A lot of people are going to chase that because it's got high value to it. I like that card and I would like a graded one, but I'd be fine with a refractor version of it because the X Fractor puts a pattern on there that almost ruins the art for me. So there is like, I'm not trying to sound hoity-toity and like I like the art of the item that I'm purchasing, but I like to show off a lot of these things and I like the look of them. And for me, I want something that stands out and is more unique. And that's the items that I chase after. So to say, is there something right now that I'm after? Sure. If it's anything that I like and it's unique, then it's like, yeah, it could easily be an item that I'm chasing, but I don't know it until I see it.
I don't like that answer.
I know you don't, but that's true. It's what it is. It is what it is. And that's the reason why I will go after. Now I will also say I do like autographs as well. So if it's an autograph, it doesn't have to be completely unique.
Would you have bought that Captain America Peggy Leaf card?
Not for $2,000.
Not the other one, the Leaf one.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Had I known, I would have bought that card.
Yeah.
For more than what they paid for. Yeah. So that is it, but that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe if I went and checked eBay sold comps and it's like every other one sold for $82. The highest sale was $82, but that one sold for whatever we said it sold, $150. I'm not going after it because I now know it's like, oh, it loses value in my head when I realize, oh, I got a bad deal on it. Now I don't care about it as much as I would have because it's
you just care about the deal.
I care about the deal and the subject matter of it. There's a multiple components of why I collect what I collect.
Do you ever, because this is what I do a lot, to get to where I want an expensive item in my PC, I look for other purchasing opportunities as an investment to purchase the item that I'm looking for.
Like something to flip to get to that point?
Yes.
I'll get you. I mean, that's a lot of people, right?
Like, do you do, I'm asking.
No.
Is that?
I don't typically buy
So if
something.
you want that sketch card and you're like, man, I think it's overpriced. I'm not willing to pay for that. But what other 3 cheaper cards can I purchase to flip down the road so I can purchase that sketch card that I really want?
Yeah. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I don't usually think of it like that because if I'm already collecting it, I don't want to get rid of it. We've already established.
But you're not.
Hang on. We've already established. I have a very rigorous process of thinking of what I want to add to my PC. It's not, I don't just make a willy-nilly decision, typically speaking.
Well, that's why I'm saying.
So that's where it's like, I don't want to go and buy something if I'm not going to be adding it. I don't have a problem with it. And I know why so many people will go out there and do the exact thing. They'll see a good deal and they'll think, oh, well, I'm going to flip this. I will do that, but I won't be thinking of it in the terms of I'm going to flip this so I can go buy this other card. I'll do it because it's like, well, I'm going to flip this because I can make some money on it. And if the other card is still something I want, then maybe I buy it. But I'm not doing it with the sole purpose of going out there trying to find that thing that I could flip to make money to be able to buy it.
Really?
No, yeah. And the thing too is when I am out there looking for items, I will spend a high amount of money if it's still a good deal. Like if something is $5,000, but normally it's valued at like $7,500. Like the thing you were talking about with that Lego set, it's $8,000. I was on board for buying that because I think it's a good deal. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm not buying that for PC stuff. That's not for collectibility.
So you would flip it?
Yeah, maybe
down the road.
Yeah, probably. But again, I'm not going into it thinking, oh man, if I can only get my hands on that so I can flip it, so I can then go out and buy the one-of-one Hayden Christensen Darth Vader card from 2025 Topps Chrome or whatever it is. So yeah, I think it's like minutia at this point. We're getting to the point where it's like, yeah, well, okay, you'd still buy it because you like it and or you want to flip it for one reason or another. But yeah, for me, I like unique stuff primarily. I like autos after that.
But you're willing to pay the high dollar if it's a good deal for that unique thing that you want.
Yeah.
You know when you see it.
Exactly.
But with me, we're so different because with me, I'm looking for good deals, knowing that I can flip this down the road to have enough money to purchase what I really want. So for instance,
I don't think we're that different though. I think I want to do the same. I want to flip it, but it's like, I'm not thinking of it with a end goal in mind. I'm just thinking, oh, that's a good deal. I could probably flip that for something else. But when I say something else, I just mean I could flip it for cash and I'll just put that cash in the bank account and then that
you just leave it there.
Well, I'll just buy more product of the next, release that comes out that I can break, or I'll buy something that I think might be valuable. And then, oh, by the way, I come across a Bart Simpson PSA 10 from the Topps, early 90s set. And I'm like, oh, that was $500. Man, I didn't want to spend that much on a Bart Simpson card, but that's a good deal. I'll go out and buy that card. I wasn't purposely going to do that, but that's where that money ended up going to. So yeah, I think we're not all that different. It's just the end goal. I'm not having that in mind when I'm initially setting out to do it. So your card, you do that.
I do that. I do it all the time.
We both said do.
Dude,
I don't see why
I'm
it's
in
so
awe.
crazy.
I think it's so crazy because you would be saving so much money by doing the way that I'm not telling you to do it, but the way that I do it. And I get it. You got your money. It's in the bank account, and you're like, well, if I see something, I'll buy it. But it's still kind of like almost like willy nilly.
It is willy nilly in a lot of cases, but I like what I like. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong.
That's why I started this podcast to begin with, was because I like what I like, and I was tired of not being able to talk about it. And it turns out a lot of the things that I like a little bit, a lot of people like a lot of it.
Do you have a grail item that you would love in your collection? Of anything?
I mean, there is very few things out there that I could tell you right this moment that it's like, oh, I have to have that. I'm honestly struggling to think of like what that would be, because even if there's cards that I could tell you I like the 2024 Topps Chrome Galaxy set, right? There was a Stormtroopers card in there, which was very cool. It had a number of like white Stormtrooper helmets in it with a number of other Star Wars characters like kind of just sprinkled throughout it. I thought that card looked so good. I have probably 50 base versions of that, a few refractors, and like maybe one or two numbered.
And you're good with that?
I am perfectly fine with that. Now, if someone said, hey, I got the super refractor of that, that's awesome. I hope you get some money for it, because I'm not going to spend the money on it because I already have 50 versions of that card, and I really like the art on that card. I am satisfied.
That is something that I get your point on that, especially when you're something like Topps where it's like one card and then there's serialized versions of that card. And if you just like that one card, even if it's a base, it's like, I'm good with that. I get that. But with like TCG and stuff like that, there's not.
Yeah.
There's only that one card, period.
But that's where it's like I still enjoy that's why I like to get into breaks. like I talk about breaks not just because I break product, but because I like to buy into breaks because there is like people will say, oh, gambler mentality or something like that. But I don't like to paint it with that brush because I feel like it's almost too dirty because I view it almost like a treasure hunt type of thing. But it is the same thing at the end of the day. I'm taking a chance, but there's something more fun knowing that I happen to pull a really rare card out of a pack of cards or a box of cards. And now I can either decide, oh, I want to keep it because I really liked it. Because typically I'll buy the characters or something that I like. So I can decide to keep it. Or, hey, I can make some money on this because it's a really valuable card. And I can decide to sell it. So yeah, if there's a card that comes along and it just so happens to be a good deal of that, say that Superfractor Stormtrooper card. If that came along,
if it's a good deal,
and it was a good deal, and it costs $2,000, but I know that card should go for $5,000. Buy it all day.
All day.
Buy it all day. Yes, but again,
you're about good deal.
I'm about the good deal when it comes to that, but I'm satisfied with it if I can get it in just lower cost option.
So like that Lego set, $8,000 for that Cloud City Lego set. If we think it's a good deal, knowing that I think we could actually get 10 grand for it.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I literally just bought 2 cases of Topps Chrome Midnight basketball. I bought 2 cases of it because I thought it would be a good deal to hold and to probably flip one day. Because I got a good deal on it.
You're going to sell it to your guy across the state lines?
Across the state lines. I've made an offer. He's made an offer back. We're not at the same price, so we'll see. But at this point, I bought that. That cost me like 12 grand to buy those 2 cases. It wasn't cheap, but at the same time, it's like, well, I could sell it right now and make my money back.
Yeah.
But I could also hold it and maybe but I don't
make a little.
I'm not a big modern day sports. Like there's not many athletes other than like Luca and a couple others that I connect with more that I really care about collecting. And I know their value is not going to be worth what I would get out of if I rip those boxes. So it's like, yeah, I hold those because I can flip them down the road. So yeah, I think I don't think I'm that different than a lot of people either. I think there's a reason why we collect things, and sometimes it's for the money and sometimes it's for the love of that item. And for me, I may be a little bit more picky and choosy, but I do think there's still a lot of similarities of how people collect.
Well, this is my thought process, and I know that we're thinking about this completely different. And
Andrew Larson, this is your fault for this question, by the way.
If you guys are listening and watching, I'm really curious to know your thought process of both of our discussions here, because as a person, for me, speaking for myself, I almost enjoy the journey of collecting that card more than actually after I purchase the card. I'm like, like I like the process of getting to purchase that card.
Yeah, I get
knowing that it's like, dude, okay, so it's like, all right, I know I need $5,000 to get this one card.
Sure.
I'm not just speaking out loud, right? Yeah. Whatever. But if I can find some undervalued cards right now and I can buy them raw, get them graded, flip them, and then make that, spend $200 to make that $5K and have that process and all that, dude, I'm doing that all day long. But that's just me. But that's just my flipper mentality. That's me trying to save money. And
I think you are more regimented with your ability to flip. Mine is like I lose focus and or attention and or desire across the longer time gap, the time gap that it took me to find the thing and then to get the thing. It's like, oh, how many shows am I going to have to go to try and find that card so I can flip it, so I can then maybe get another card so I can flip that, so then I can maybe finally buy the card I really wanted. So it's like I don't think about it in those terms because I know I'm going to lose interest and or I'm just not going to have the time or something's going to come. I have a very busy life, not just in cards, but in family life and in like I do a lot of community related things.
We're all busy.
I know, but I don't. When you went to that show, there were some friends that we had not seen in a long time, and it's like, well, I can't just cancel on them because we made these plans to go see them.
For sure.
Had I not already had that plan, it would be a different story. But it's like a lot of times my calendar gets booked out a month or two in advance. And it's like, oh, so if I have something like spur of the moment I can do right now, then that's a rarity for me. And I like to go and do stuff like that. But many times it's like, it sounds like you have more of like you know what you want to do and you can stick to that, even if it spans the gap of, a few weeks or months.
It could take a year.
Yeah. And that's where it's like, for me, I may be onto a different card and or a different collectible that I want to chase in that year than I was at the beginning of that year. Cause my brain is very ADD and jumps around and it's hard to like maintain. But once I collect the thing that I know I wanted, and it's like in my possession, it's like, oh yeah, I still like that thing because it's mine now. And I don't have to, it's like cemented in. If it went away, I would be very sad, but I'm sure within enough time, it would go away. But my wife and I, Sam, she's a very sweet person. She's not abnormal like me, but she's very similar in the sense of like, we don't have a bunch of art or we don't have family pictures on the wall. That's a weird thing for a lot of people. We don't have a lot of stuff hanging on the wall because it's like,
you don't have your daughter's picture somewhere in your house?
No, not on our fridge. We do. And on her wall, she does. She's got a bunch of family pictures in her room.
Do you have my Christmas card hanging on your fridge?
No, I don't celebrate Christmas, so I don't even.
Did you ever have?
I don't have anybody's. No, I don't have anybody's Christmas card over there.
Shame.
But I do have I will have a box of things of like cards, mementos, and things like that. But for the most part, most things that we get over time, like after a few months or something, it's like, okay, it's gone. Because we don't like.
You don't have people's pictures on.
I don't have
like your family,
and I don't have much of like my childhood stuff either. I don't have like my school assignments or anything like that, which in retrospect, I hate that I don't. I wish I had things like toys and things like that, but I don't. We are both very declutter people, which is the antithesis of collecting for most people. So when I got into collecting, it was, I don't want to say like I forced myself into it, but I had to find the things. If I wanted to be a part of that world, which I did, I had to find the things that resonated with me. And so I have now found those things, but I'm more regimented and I guess choosy when it comes to what I add into my world because of the desire to keep like a clean and more basic lifestyle. So that's.
Do you want me to draw you a self-portrait?
I would probably keep it longer than I did your Christmas card.
I'll draw
Actually,
you,
I do still have his card that he sent is like he serialized his cards. That's actually kind of cool. And he did for different versions of them. He did parallels. You should have posted. Did you post about it?
No.
It was pretty cool.
Which parallel did you get?
I think I got the base version or like whatever the least uncommon one was.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there you go. I felt that's why I don't collect because I was sad because you wouldn't give me like a 1 of 1 or at least out of 5.
They were random.
Oh boy, that's what they all say.
They were random.
That's what they all say.
Hey,
Yet somehow I always get loaded cases. So.
I don't pick favorites here, unlike Tops. But
please don't try and make me lose my allocation. All right, this question? I've answered my part. It's your turn. What's something you're hunting for right now?
So we teased about this on last week's episode, and after the Gary Vee interview, it really got me thinking. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stop thinking about rookie cards of fictional IPs, fictional characters, all that stuff, which I like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, all that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was almost like, man, am I just buying this to like hold it? Like to your point, I want to buy something that I know that I want, no matter if it goes up in value or goes down in value or what have you. Okay. So I did some digging, and I've known about these cards for a long time. But at this point, I think they're incredibly undervalued, and that's why I really didn't want to say it in last week's episode.
Okay.
And it's something down the road, I think they're going to be extraordinary rare. There's not a lot of them.
Okay.
The rookie cards of the #1 IP on the planet, Pokemon. The 1996 Card-Ass Pokemon Vending Series cards.
Card-Ass?
Card-Ass.
Can you spell this
That's
for
how
me?
you say it. Card-Ass. CARDDASS.
All one word.
All one word. 1996 Card-Ass Pokemon Vending Series cards. These are sticker cards that you would get out of a vending machine in Japan, made by Bandai. These were the first ever Pokemon cards to ever be produced. All the artwork was was illustrated by our boy, Mitsuhiro Arita. These are some of the first illustrations for Pokemon. There are 12, I believe, Prism cards. There are red versions and green versions. Some of these cards were so new that the Charizard is depicted with one horn, which Charizard actually has two horns. And because Arita didn't know what the final versions of these Pokemon were going to look like, there is an art card that it's kind of like the what do you call it? Like a set card that comes in and all the whole sets on the back of the card. Like a checklist card.
Yeah.
Which some of the artwork, and you have Red, which is the main character, kind of like Ash, holding the Pokeball upside down because at this point, he didn't know what was up and what was down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So these are the rookie cards of Pokemon. Again,
have you bought any yet?
I have.
How many?
I bought the big three
so
far.
Charizard, Blastoise,
and
Venusaur. I see Mewtwo's in here. I see Eevee. I see Pikachu.
They're all 151.
All 151
All 151. They're two different versions.
There's a Japanese only?
Japanese, that does have some English writing on it, but there's Japanese only.
It says Monsters Collection.
Exactly, before they knew what they were going to call them.
I don't hate this play, but as far as being undervalued,
they're undervalued.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's undervalued if you compare it to like the first edition Pokemon, I guess, because I'm looking at a Charizard, a green one, which apparently the
red one's more rare than the green one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a known thing?
Yes.
Okay, because the green one, there's 112 PSA 10s of this card.
Exactly.
It sells, it's sold on February 4th for $12,900. So there is another one that's for sale.
We're talking about a green red Charizard?
Yeah, it's a red one, and it's listed at $23,000.
For a PSA 10.
For a PSA 10.
And I'm nowhere near, I will never buy a PSA 10.
But PSA 8 maybe, PSA 9.
Exactly.
Even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that I can afford, right?
I will say I like this play, man. I think it's a smart, logical, and I mean you're doing it with an IP that is second to none.
And the pop is low on those PSA 10s.
I am curious though now because
it came out of a vending machine.
Oh, did it?
And then it have like those sticker and card vending machines that they had the cardboard and they have like the sticker in the middle that you pop out.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
but these did not have that cardboard that protect the card, so it would just pop out. So and that's why there's not a lot of PSA 10s out there.
So they're both I'm trying to see what the difference, because it doesn't.
There's no difference.
So, other than the color, like PSA has it both listed as 112 as the pop count. So
green and red?
Yeah, so they're keeping those together. They really should separate that out. At least on eBay, on eBay's site, because they incorporate PSA data, they've got the pop counts to be the same for both the green and red version. But if you look at the label, there's no indication of one being different. Like one's the red or one's the green. It shows the exact same text on both of them. So.
Now, Cardass these were made by Bandai.
Okay.
Cardass did make a 1997 card that did like a second series, but that was after base set, after Fossil, and after Jungle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which I actually like the illustrations on those cards better than these, but they're not considered the rookie cards.
Thank you for sharing that. I know that was hard because you didn't want to do that, but we all, as listeners, appreciate you sharing some value add to the hunt for some of these rookies.
My next one, I'm looking to get...
there's more.
What do you mean? No, I'm saying I'm looking to get...
another Pokemon.
A Gengar, and then a Mewtwo and a Mew. Those are my next three that I'm looking to purchase.
I didn't see the Mew on here. I wouldn't mind a Mew either. The Mewtwo for sure. Wait, Articuno?
Articuno, the legendary bird.
That's not... there must be more than...
That's
12. Number 144.
Yeah.
Was he part of the original 151?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I didn't remember. I thought he was like an add-on to the 151.
He's a legendary.
Yeah. I guess I just figured he wasn't. Oh, here's somebody selling all 3. Now, what are the grades on these? They're all 9s. So someone's selling a Venusaur, a Blastoise, and a Charizard PSA 9s.
Red, green?
They're all red.
Okay.
What value? What should I buy these for?
I don't know.
Tell me, Ray.
I wouldn't pay any more than $5,000.
They've got buy it now or best offer, $38.50.
That's a great deal.
Is it really?
I think so.
Here's the problem.
Again, I think they're undervalued. That's something that I'm willing to purchase for a really long haul. And again, this is a card that if I were to spend that $3,800, I would not be mad at it, knowing that I have the rookie cards of Pokemon. And I like the artwork. I like that it's a Prism holo. I would like this more than a rookie Spider-Man card.
The only thing is making me slightly concerned is like the holders all look different. So it's like I wonder if it was just like at different times, like where the PSA because
they have old certs and new certs.
Yeah. Oh man, that I will say it's a concern to drop $3,800. Someone selling in Michigan these cards.
It gets sent to eBay's authentication also.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man, should I get that, Ray?
I like that play, man.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, these are the ones that have the Prism, okay? I'm going to tell you, Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Alakazam, Machamp, Golem, Gengar, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Mewtwo, and Mew.
You didn't say Eevee.
Does Eevee have a holo? I don't think Eevee has a holo.
Oh, I thought they all did.
No, just those 12.
Oh, there's only 12 that have the Prism.
The Prism,
holo.
correct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's different than what I was thinking. Because, yeah, I saw the Eevee on here, and I was thinking that would be a good... Oh, I see. I see now the difference here and how they look. Because, like, the holo ones, they kind of take up, like, the full picture.
Yeah.
The other ones don't seem to take up, and you can see the Monsters collection wording on there a little bit more clearly. Okay. Man, there's an Eevee on here as a PSA 10 that someone's got listed for $45,000.
$45,000.
They've got it listed. It has not sold, but still.
So they're looking. They're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure it out the same way I am.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I may pull the trigger on these.
That's not a bad investment. I wouldn't. I don't think that's a bad investment. Again, because there are the rookie cards. I do like the 1997 vending series better as artwork. Because they do depict the Pokemon as some of them doing the actual attack moves.
Oh, that's
cool.
It's
the illustrations are more dynamic. I do have a Charizard from that set that I purchased a long time ago. But these are after Gary going through his spiel.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down and I was like, wait,
I said self.
I better get some of these Pokemon cards.
I'm gonna get some of these cards. All right. Well, by the time this episode airs, that deal. Well, if it's still there, it means I decided not to buy it. But this may be the most I've ever spent on a single card before. Well, there's three of them. So, okay. Next question in the mailbag,
which is less. Think about that. Less than $1,000
per card for PSA 9. I mean, I'm assuming that's. I'll have to look and
knowing that what's a PSA 10 for, like, let's say Venusaur, which would be the less of the three.
Well, I don't know. I just looked at the Charizard. The Charizard, I know for a fact, the green one just sold for $12,900.
$12,000.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you would think it should be at least 10%, but normally it's like a quarter of it or something. So you're saying a lot of things I like to hear. So we're gonna see. Let's see. Next question in the mailbag. Let's go to. Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, like we talked about in the last episode. William Threm. Who would have thought that my Pack Fresh 7th edition Shivan, is it Shivan Dragon? I think that's, I can't remember exactly.
Yes.
Dragon Foil would become the most expensive card in my collection. So is that known to be, is the dragon like the dragon valuable? Or I guess maybe in his collection, I guess. All right, so Dragon Ball Z, he's got a Dragon Ball Z question on Instagram where we also posted this up. There was also another Dragon Ball Z reference. And then we talked about this on the last episode too, Dragon Ball Z, because this one asks, do you think Union Arena and the Weiss Schwartz cards will blow up next year after DBZ rise? That was M. Treese. Oh, hey, Mike, what's up? Yeah, honestly, I keep seeing more and more about like these cheaper versions of like Japanese or Chinese cards that have like licensing over there. I don't know that. I don't think they're ever going to be the value of like the Topps English versions of a lot of these, or in this case, I guess I don't know who does the Dragon Ball Z English versions.
Bandai.
Oh, it is Bandai. I don't know if they'll be the same value as those, but I do think there will be an increase in those values just because they're already so low. Like you can get multiple boxes, or you can get multiple cases sometimes for the price of a box. Like for the Weiss and Schwartz or the Card Fund versions, or what is this, the Union Arena, these other card makers that are making properties like Disney or WB, or I guess WB's more of a upper deck thing, but yeah, they're making other versions of current popular cards in America where there's already licensing. So they're not as valuable, but given the state of the market, there's so many people who are begging for cheaper versions. They want a cheap version. Guess what, people? There are cheap versions out there. In fact, that was kind of one of the things. There's a question, I think, somewhere about that. But you know what? We'll save. If we get to that, I'll go on my rant. But in the meantime, let's see. We're not going to get through.
Yeah, we will.
No, dude, there's like 25 probably more questions.
We got it.
We've already been going. We're an hour and 10 minutes.
Rocket fire.
We've gone through like 4 of them. All right, I'll hit a few. Let's see here. James Patterson. It would be cool if you guys could interview someone. Oh, actually, I already talked to him. He asked a question about baseball. He thought this was the SCN mailbag. So yeah, you know what? Knock that one out. We nailed it.
You want to talk about basketball?
Basketball.
Gotcha.
Kenny Braun. What is your opinion on value of printing plates with and without autos? So,
do they have printing plates with autos?
Yeah. So they'll put out printing plates with autos. In fact, I did a little Google search before this just to double check, because I had my opinion, but I also wanted to see how far off I was, and I was pretty much on. So if it has an auto on there, it will sell. It's not going to sell for as much as a one of one color, obviously, right? Like all things being equal, people don't want the printing plate, even though it's cool that it's metal, but it doesn't look as good. But it's also not going to sell like as well as say out of 5, maybe even out of 10 in some cases.
That's dumb.
Well, because a one of one printing plate is not really a one of one. It's a one of one magenta printing plate, but it's not the one of one yellow, or I think there's yellow, magenta, and like 1 or 2 other colors or something. So there's 4. A lot of times 4 printing plates.
CMYK.
So yeah, there you go. What is it? So C is cyan. Magenta. Y is yellow. K is kangaroo.
Got it.
What is K? I can't think of a color that starts with a K. Hang on. Do you know what it is? Yeah, oh, okay, good. He doesn't know either. He's gonna have to Google it. But that being the case, so looking at a Mon Mothma from 2024 Topps Star Wars, it has an auto on there. The printing plate sells for $170. I actually did not have black. This. What is
the K?
Oh, what is it? Oh, is it still a K though?
It's not. It's just black.
So it's a black color.
The color is just black.
Oh, so K doesn't
I don't know
actually
why they
stand
say
for
black.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
so it's confusing.
Now we're all sad for knowing that. So the out of 1 printing plate we said sold for $170. I'm trying to find like something really low for a Mon Mothma. And out of 25 sells for $140 just recently. And out of 25 that sold for $150. I haven't found one that's out of 10. But that's my point is like the out of 10s and out of 5s, I think you're going to see those are going to sell better. Oh, here's one. Here's one out of 10. It's a different product. So this was 2025 Topps Chrome Black oh no, it's just 2025 Topps Chrome. So it is a different year. However, everything else being equal, this is out of 10 and it sold for $275. Whereas the Mon Mothma that was out of 1 sold for $170 on the printing plate. So most of the time, it's cool. People like that they got out of 1 card. It's not the same as a superfractor. It's not the same as a foil fractor.
That's
but
lame.
It does hold value. Now, the non-autos, even less, you know, let me see if I can find a Mon Mothma. But overall, I think a lot of times they sell for maybe between $30-$50. If there is a auto on there, obviously it adds significant value. But yeah, a non-auto printing plate, sometimes it's like, it's nowhere close to what you would think in many cases, has been my experience. All right, going on to the next one. Sean Saito, what are some of the 80s to 2000 sets you can see taking off, especially with low pop, higher graded stuff? So that is where you got to get Funkel involved. In fact, he sends me, let me just pull up the chat with him. Sean Saito asked this, one of the admins and friend of the shows. Let me see. So Matt is a good friend. He owns the Funkel cards on eBay. It's the eBay store. He is constantly just sending me some of the cards that he's not only listing, but cards that have done pretty well as far as like the increase in pricing goes. So some of them being, that was Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. What year was that? That was 2000. That was a little later. It was like 2016.
There's
it looks like.
I think all those Nintendo ones, I looked into those too.
Oh, did you?
The rookie cards.
Yeah.
Like that little Mac that you have that had different sticker cards with some of the Nintendo properties.
Oh, okay.
With the scratch tip cards that was in that set also.
Yeah.
The Link in that set, there's 2 Links, one being the rookie card. I think things like that, going back to rookies and things for the first time, I think things like that, I think are going to
I could see that for sure. So Series 1 of the 1994 Power Rangers, it's the title card. He showed me this one. Sold for $150 as a PSA 9. There's a Pop 2. There's only one PSA 10 out there. But
that's awesome.
Cards like that, I mean, it's the series card, like the series logo of Power Rangers. I think $150 for that card right now. There's only 2 of them out there. If we continue to see what we keep talking about, which is the increase of understanding and knowledge that, oh, these things that I have a strong nostalgic feel for, even if it is junk wax, it doesn't mean there's a lot of it in the higher grades that many people are looking for. So when they realize that understanding comes in of, oh, there's only 2 of those out there and there's one higher than that, then yeah, people start to understand the collectability of that starts to go up as well. That's
why I think the Dragon Ball is going up so much also, because the pops are so low.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a good point though that you made as far as like that they're not being reprinted and things like that. I think you said it's been a week now, so I can't really remember everything you said at that time.
Your mind's a sieve.
But Sean, yeah, I would say those Simpsons cards from the early 90s, honestly, what do I have on this wall over here behind me? 1989 Topps Nintendo, the little Mac over here. That I think
that's a good set.
Majority of those, they're already like decent in value. I think they continue to go up in value though. Yeah, a number of TV shows and movies, like early 2000 Topps, even like when they were doing the Indiana Jones and the Lord of the Rings and a few other like really cool offshoots of single movies, that like some of that stuff goes crazy. And I think it will continue to go up in value because like you can buy a lot of sketches from the Indiana Jones movie, the Topps Indiana Jones sketches for like $50, if that. Like some of them are a little bit more expensive, and granted they're not as good of quality, but some of them are decent quality and I can get it for less than 100. Whereas if it came out of a brand new box right now, it'd probably be 150. So
undervalued.
So anyways, yeah, I'd say if it's a popular nostalgia piece, even if it's part of the junk wax era, if you can get a higher grade in it, people will start to realize that is not easy to do, and that there are very, very few of them.
I need a current Power Ranger set.
Oh, well, there was one at the which one was it? 2024 National Heritage Auctions made their own in conjunction with Power Rangers, because they had like all the Power Rangers uniforms from like this first season. Wow. And they made cards, and I ended up selling the cards that I got. I probably should have kept them. Just, it felt like a little, because like the National will have cards where it's like labeled as the National, like Star Wars cards, and they typically don't sell as well as like other versions of it. And for me, even though I thought it was cool that they made them, I still would probably rather have had the early 90s version than the new current one that they made. But it was still kind of cool that they put the effort in to make those. Let's see. Steve Remess. Okay, I have not pre-read this question, so let's see if it's worth it.
Oh boy.
I'm so sick of parallels. Ooh, this is kind of going back to something we talked about recently.
Gotta make them quick.
Does anybody actually like low number parallels of entertainment cards? In sports cards, an out of 10 card of the right player can be worth heaps. In entertainment, where most people are trying to collect the whole set, an out of 10 parallel is just stupid. Well, that's an opinion, but it is an interesting take, though, because I mean, I think it's the same demand as far as like there's a reason why that out of 10 athlete has a higher value. It's because there's a number of people who are out there trying to collect maybe a rainbow, and there's only 10 of them to be able to get that rainbow. Or it's just maybe the simple fact that I can say I have an out of 10 of that card, and you weren't able to get it because there's only 10 of them and I own 3 of them and I don't know where any of the rest of them are. It's like the scarcity of that card is now causing the value go up. It makes no difference if it's an athlete or a fictional character. So yeah, I don't necessarily agree with it. I do think there is a problem with parallels in general as far as being too many in a lot of cases, but
we need a hobby nonsense parallel.
The hobby nonsense. That is something that Topps has been doing, where it's like the Marvel parallel. So the Marvel parallel and Topps Marvel Studios is out of 80, but they also had like cards that were out of 75, I believe. But the ones that were out of 80 are outselling the ones that are out of 75 because it had like a cool Marvel, like unique background to it. And the same thing with
Disney ones, man, those are great.
Well, the same thing with the Star Wars logo fractor. So the Star Wars logo fractor, where it's like kind of like a parallel over the entire card, where when you move in the right light, it kind of shows the Star Wars logo.
That's sick.
Those were out of 77, I want to say, or out of 5.
1977,
exactly. But those were outselling a number of cards that were out of 50. So yeah, it's one of those where there are cool ways to do it, but when I have an out of $199, $299, $399, no, there should never be an out of $399 card, unless it's in a blaster box. Like if you want to put them all in blaster boxes, as well as
I'm cool with that.
Throw some lower numbered stuff in there too.
Yeah,
but put the out of $399s in those boxes. If I'm buying a hobby box and I'm getting like on average
out of 70,
5 to 10 out of $299 or greater cards per case, that's a problem. That is a problem unless it's only not a problem if one, they have like some kind of cool aspect to it, or the hobby has gotten so big that an out of $299 card is garnering a much higher value because there's so many people collecting that out of $299 is even special. But as of right now, that's not the case. So all right, let's just do like one or two more. I feel like I'm losing my voice after doing this. Is all right, breaking the fourth wall. This is the 3rd podcast I've done today.
You're doing great.
So
you're doing great.
Thank you, buddy. You're doing great. You know what? You're so great. Thanks for being here.
I'm here for you, buddy.
I'm here for you.
Listen, you're fixing to go on vacation.
I'm already there. I'm on vacation. Remember, back fourth wall's closed, where it's already gone. James Withrow. Have you ever cracked and graded a card? Have you ever cracked a graded card and resent it in?
Yes.
Good, because I haven't done this. I have cracked a graded card, but never resent it back in. So what was your experience? He didn't have a follow-up to that, so we could just move on and go to the next one, but I am just curious what your experience was.
Got a higher grade.
You did get a higher grade?
Yeah.
What was it, the same company?
Yes.
Ooh.
PSA.
Yeah. How recent?
Very recent. My last submission.
You immediately cracked it and sent it right back in?
No, I purchased the card.
Oh, you had already had the card.
That's some of my...
That's another thing you look for is like
Correct.
cards that you think shouldn't have been graded what they were?
Yes.
Do you
Nines
do
to
anything?
tens.
Do you do anything to them?
No.
Not even just a buff with a cloth or anything? If it needs it, I'm sure you would.
If it needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normally it's just like, hey, I think this was graded wrong.
Correct.
Ooh. How often do you find one like that?
I have to be looking for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to be looking for it. And
what are you mainly looking for? Are you looking for edges or centering? Or both?
Both.
Okay.
Edge is really on Pokemon cards.
Okay.
Because the whining is the first thing that kind of will get you.
Yeah. Can you have any white on a 10? I mean, obviously you can if that Pikachu Illustrator card.
Again, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Guess it depends on who you're getting that day.
I do want to do an experiment. I saw a video where they're taking, the spray that you clean your keyboard with.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I saw somebody being able to crack a card by spraying that around
I saw that
PSA the PSA card because of the temperature.
Yes.
I want to do that myself.
I'd be very curious to see what you find because I thought the exact same thing when I saw that video. Yeah, I'm curious if that works because all you have to do is just turn it upside down to get the cold. Did you do that in high school? I remember doing that in high school, like in Miss Kilby's, like in the.
I mean, it's freezing. I mean, I clean off my keyboard at work all the time, and it's like freezing.
Well, it's not freezing right side up, but as soon as you start tilting it and or turning it upside down, that's when the whatever's in there. I don't know if it's not liquid nitrogen, is it?
Whatever it is, people are starting to huff it and get high on it.
Oh, they've been doing that for years.
What's your next question?
What was the last thing you huffed? No, that's on the. Let me see what the next question is. Frank Titolo. Frank wants to know: are Garbage Pail Kids a fad?
No.
Why are they so collectible? Where so they rank?
Nostalgia. Top 10.
Man, top 10 of like collectible cards? I don't know.
Top
maybe.
10 non-sports.
As far as like just the IP of it?
Yes.
I could believe that.
Especially now that they're doing like integrating different IPs into Garbage Pail Kids.
Like the Green Day versions.
Yeah,
and then athletes.
And if they do it right, it's going to blow up. Especially anytime Garbage Pail Kids does a Chrome version of anything, they'll sell really well.
Well, that 40th anniversary set from last year, I believe, those boxes are still. I think they came out at around maybe $75 a box or something. I think they're selling now for at least $280 to $300, a little over $300.
It's not a fad.
Well, it's been going on since the mid '80s. There's a lot of popularity. In fact, I don't know. I cannot remember what it is off the top of my head now, but I know within the last week or 2 weeks, I saw a movie where they talked about collecting Garbage Pail Kids from like the 90s or something like that. There was a big fad back in the day, and then those collectors have spawned new collectors and or they are still collecting. Mm-hmm. And now they are incorporating these other IPs that they're integrating into it. So yeah, you're going to see the continuation of that because it is fun. Like it is like there's a grossness to it in some sense. There's also like just a cool idea of like having a real life person be Garbage Pail Kidified by.
Have you ever seen my Garbage Pail Kid card?
You don't have what? What are you talking about? You have one?
Yeah.
Like one for Ray Solorio?
It's one from the other podcast that I do. We made a Garbage Pail Kid card.
Oh, you made it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought they were doing like some custom thing at some point. That'd have been cool though.
We need a Garbage Pail Kid card for us.
That would be cool. Ooh, yeah. That'd be fun. And a Pokemon as well.
Yeah.
Because I've been seeing more. In fact, when I
got
opened my phone a minute ago, I just saw a Pokemon, some custom Pokemon card on the homepage of my. In fact, I wonder if I hit back. Yep, there it is. If the Pokemon commercial celebs got actual cards. Oh, yeah. We never talked about that. The Super Bowl commercial of Pokemon.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I mean, you had like Lady Gaga in there and.
Trevor Noah?
Oh, yeah. Trevor Noah was in there. Man, now I'm blanking.
The soccer player from Barcelona.
That's who they showed right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I guess I could have just like kept that.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Let's see. So that was Oh, Yamal. So Yamal had one. Lady Gaga. Let's see. I don't know who she was. Leclerc, who I believe is F1. Let's see if there are any others in here. Trevor.
Who's your favorite Pokemon card or Pokemon?
It's not unique. It's not like
it doesn't have to be.
It's Charizard. I mean, that's what I started with. Charizard or Charmander was my man, and then
So, do you like Charmander more than Charizard?
No, I like Charizard more. I mean, I started Charmeleon. Does anybody like? I mean, like he's the redheaded stepchild.
Nobody likes the middle evolution
exactly.
of any Pokemon.
Exactly. No one's like, oh, you know that middle one? That was my favorite.
That's my guy.
No one's ever said
unless
that.
Unless you're like
ever.
a middle child.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, yeah. No,
it's like Word Turtle is my guy.
That's who they need to market those to, is the middle children of the world.
I don't hate Ivysaur though.
Ivysaur was the middle one, yeah, because it was Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool. How did we start talking about that? Oh, garbage pail kids. Yep. All right. So moving on to the next one, maybe the last. I think this will probably be the last. Maybe two more. Chris Crewmanauer nailed it. Do you think Topps will be making any decent Marvel products at all coming up? So, all right.
Are you saying that all the products have been garbage?
So I asked this question after I saw this earlier today. I was like, I would like to hear what do you think would make it better? Like, what is there?
You asked.
Yeah. So I asked him in here. So I haven't even read these, but apparently not only he, but someone else responded as well. Because I heard someone else say like, oh, they haven't really loved how Topps has done some of the Marvel. They really liked the Upper Deck Marvel even more.
Oh, so the comic book versions of the characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean okay. So apples to apples, I think that we have to just compare comic book versions for this argument, because they didn't specify, but in most cases I think that's what they're a lot of times going after. But let's see what he says, because I like the fact that they did the Wolverine, the Claw Chrome cards. I think that was really cool. I think a lot of people that I heard from at least really liked it, but there's also a lot of people who are like, oh, that's the same art that they used on the Upper Deck card, and it's like, oh,
was it?
Why did they do like for some of the characters? In some cases, they've used similar or same art.
That's weak.
Yeah, it's like, well, we could have probably done something different there. Even if it was a really cool picture, it's like, let's
Which Upper Deck? We need to talk to Upper Deck, because I want to get some of that AEW product.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so Chris, his comment when I asked him what specifically, he said, I would love to see an available to the public release with original art or even recycled stuff like in Marvel Chrome. I like the basic Chrome, but it was impossible to get as a normal person. Lucky me, I lost on the sticker EQL, but then Topps jammed that stuff into hobby shops on rebuy at $300 a box, and it's cratered.
Sounds Marvel like Mint was get your cool. Money up, son.
At the $100 price, the rebuy price to shops at $500 was again a giant. He uses two letters. One starts with an F. I will not continue.
Whoa, he's upset.
So it sounds like more of not a problem with the cards, but this sounds like more of a
pricing
problem. He does say original art, which I do agree. I would. If they did if they did something like they do with Galaxy, where it's original scenes with these animated characters, it would be phenomenal. Like, especially if you had like Marvel illustrators doing a lot of them.
They would have to.
I mean, I guess they would probably have to, but I mean, I don't know. Star Wars is still like a registered trademark, and they have other people doing them. So I don't know how that works. Especially because they already have licensing, so maybe that would be okay. I'm not sure, but I guess my question is it just pricing that you're upset with, or are there specific aspects of the cards that you don't love, other than it sounds like times where they maybe reused art? So there you go. I was hoping for more detail there. Let me see. Actually, let me read the other person's response. He says, not speaking for Chris, but as a Marvel collector, there is frustration with there not being original art sets so far. So again, we're back to the original art. It's all reused images or TV and movie cards. Marvel collectors get really deep into their art and the artists themselves. So there is a longing for that. With all that in mind, I know it took Upper Deck about 2 years to create an OA set, original art set. So I don't expect to see one until the end of this year or possibly 2027.
There you go.
Hey, you know what that guy's name was? Jesse Gauss. Classic Jesse move, just coming in and clearing the air with a helpful answer.
Is he a Bizarro Jesse?
Let me look at his picture. It's
like it looks like your brother.
It's a comic book picture, so maybe it could be Bizarro. It would be weird if it was my brother in there because his name's not Jesse, so it'd be extra weird. All right, well, let's do one last one, and then we can save some of these for another time. Guys, I'm so sorry because
No, they love this.
There's a lot of really good questions that we'll get to on the next episode.
We need to do mailbag more often. If we did 2 episodes a week, one of them should just be mailbag.
Well, I don't know about just mailbag, but yeah, I do think we could incorporate it more if we're doing 2 episodes a week. Ian Babcock, do you think sketches now appearing in every product will hurt their long-term value?
No.
So maybe. I've thought about this as well.
Sketches are one of one. How are they going to hurt the value of?
Because there's all okay, right now sketches are one of one, where they're all one of ones. They're all very unique in most cases. They don't make
the same sketch.
Well, they do.
Oh my god.
So some of them do. Like some of them will make the same sketch a few times. That is a bit of a problem because it's like, oh, okay, it's not the exact same, right? Because you can't mimic it perfectly, but it is like Bob Ross used to do like 4 different paintings for the same painting on every show. It's the same situation where we're seeing some duplicates out there, but then it's also like, okay, well, there's going to be a sketch in every single product, and they have at least 5 or 6 products come out in a year. And it's like, okay, how many Darth Maul sketches do I need? Now, some would say all of them, right? Especially with the new show coming out. Yep. So, but unless they're like really high quality ones, it starts to get to the point of like the ones that are out there, some of the quality is not that great, but the resale is still pretty good because there's demand for it. But if we start flooding the market with these things, it's like, oh man, there's a uniqueness and a rarity to them that, again, we get back into the whole Leaf conversation of how many one-of-ones can you make. We get to the point where it's, it is a little different. Those one-of-ones that Leaf makes, those are a little different too. There's like a blue one, there's a pink one, there's a gold one. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And in this case, he's like, the character's just a face, a head-on face. Now it's like a profile view. Now it's like him with his lightsaber out. And it's like, but the art style is similar, and the art style is not very detailed. And it gets to a point where it's like, okay, well, I already have one that's kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the exact same, but we are getting to a point where maybe we could water down that audience. And to Ian's point, I think that is a fear. It's a fear of mine. I don't know if we're there yet, but we've seen like sketches sell for under $100 that have come out of recent products. I mean, they're not always like the top quality sketches, of course, but it's not going to always be, and there's not always going to be someone who needs to buy their 10th or 15th or 20th sketch of that character. And what happens then? Now, if the market continues to grow, if the popularity of this, if the marketing that they're putting out works and we expand the buying opportunities out there for people to get these cards, different story, right? But as of now, if we continue to put them out as much as we do, I will say this about the gold Pixar product. I didn't love the price point that it came out at, the number of cards that you got for the price of that product. But I did appreciate that they didn't put sketches in it. Now, granted, for the price that they put it out at, I think they should have. But what I really think is they should have come out at a lower price and not had those sketches in it. Because I kind of appreciate that, okay, not every product will have a sketch. And that creates more of a chase for the products that do.
Has there ever been any Pixar product with sketches?
Well,
like
Pixar's
a Pixar
still pretty new. So, wait, any Pixar product with sketches?
Like any Pixar cards that have sketches that is depicting a Pixar character. And the reason why I'm asking this question, because all the Pixar movies are CG. So it's like, unless it's like storyboard art, like, is there going to be sketches for... Well, there is some, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
like Ratatouille and...
Well, I mean, real life people have sketches, and they're not real life, right?
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, like, there's different forms of dimensions that we can take on and still do a sketch version of it. So they can do a Pixar version now, or I guess an animated type version. Now, Topps, I know, has already done sketches of Pixar characters in a few different products. I just Googled it real quick just to see if I can find one. Topps Pixar sketch. Nothing just came out when I did that. Could I be wrong? Oh, no, thank goodness I'm not wrong. All right, so there's like a Penelope from Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, my goodness. So this came out at Topps Chrome, sold for $1,800. I will say it looks amazing. A Russell sketch from the movie Up sold for $1,200. You got, well, this isn't, was Up a Pixar movie now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But
Kevin?
Lilo, no. Oh, here you go. Here's one of Lazy from Inside Out 2, sold for $1,000. I mean, that's not even like a major character either.
I don't even know who that is.
You got Lightning McQueen selling for almost $3,000 as of like a week ago.
That's crazy.
That sketch looks awesome though, but man. So yeah. So the answer is yes. There are, and yes, there's still a market, especially for the high end. The concern is like if we continue to do this, we're gonna run out of a buyer pool, but we're not there yet.
We're not there yet, baby.
All right, guys, we're gonna save the rest of them. I thank you guys so much. We both really appreciate the time and effort that it took to go in and put out these well thought out questions, well worded in most cases.
Most of you.
Min Vong had a WWE and AEW question in there for you. There's a few others that
How do we not get into that one?
Well, maybe, you know what? Some of these could just be one-offs, like little reels. You could just do, if you wanted to do something like that, or not.
We'll see.
We'll think about it. That's a no. But we will, if nothing else, we'll save it for future show. I'm just going to leave it pinned in the non-sports cards nonsense group. If anybody was like, hey, I heard all that, I wanted to put a question up, where do I do it? I posted it in the non-sports cards nonsense Facebook group. And I also posted on our stories on Instagram. So those were the two places that we had it up. Sorry that you didn't get in there. If you want to still put something in, feel free to. If this is still up in the group by the time you're hearing it, that's great. If not, we'll do this again in the near future. But I am gallivanting around the UK as we speak. I'm going to go over to Ireland on Friday, and then I'll go to the Dublin Card Show the following weekend. I will have some content on the next episode from the London Card Show that I've already been to. I had a great time at. I can't wait to tell you all about it. And in the following episode after that, I'll have some stuff from the Dublin Card Show, but I'll be back here with Ray in studio, and we'll be doing normal episodes.
Are you looking to pick up anything?
You mean, was I looking to pick up anything at
Did
the
you
UK
pick
Card
up
Show?
anything?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't want to spoil this surprise.
What did you think about the stuff that you picked up?
I loved it. I loved it so much, and it's so good, and it's still good even now.
Did you see it where you're like,
I said to myself, Self, you'd be a fool not to get that piece or box. That depending on the things that I was looking at the time. So yes,
it's fair.
So that being said, thank you guys so much for your support. Ray and I both very much appreciate it. We will be back very soon. Until then, please continue.
We need like a catchphrase.
The reviews, the likes, the subscribes, they mean a lot because it helps with algorithms, and it also helps with like people who do want to do sponsorships and things. They see that and they're like, oh, wow, they've had this much increase over this period of time. And so tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your grandparents when you're helping them, try and get the adware off their phones. Go ahead and subscribe on their accounts. They won't mind. I'm telling you.
When they get fooled by AI.
When they get fooled by AI and you have to go in there and try and like unlock their computers or whatever, go in there and just give us a follow on whatever platform that they have. And, we'll be good because they all have one. They have like one that they posted like 3 pictures of 20 years ago, and it'll be great. It'll be good. Just give them a follow. All right, there you go. We'll see you guys soon. Catchphrase incoming. Bye.